Hi again. Thanks for watching. Today's letter is on the letter M, and I'm dedicating this to three people, my beautiful children, whose names are Max and Mindy, as well as my adorable mother, Mary, who has passed over. She's been gone for many, many years, over 3 decades, and I want to be very grateful for her influence and inspiration. She was an RN like myself, as well as she supported my studies in natural medicine, particularly herbal medicine, before she passed over. So for everyone out there that have relationships that are healthy with their children and their mother, be grateful, because not everyone does, and or I hope you can see the gratitude. So today with the letter M, so we've got body, mind and emotions for anyone that's just tapped in randomly to my videos. Today's letter M, I'm going to cover with the body, particularly the system of the body that is the musculoskeletal generally comes together in the books, but muscles are really important to maintain. Now, when you're young, you can sort of get away with it. They don't disintegrate's not the medical word, but when you're young, they don't degrade, or they don't start to diminish in their integrity or their size. However, as you turn around 30, then you do need to move or do movements to maintain that level of muscular integrity or that strength in your body. And even as you get older, studying biology of aging in a master's degree, I learned so much more about the reasoning behind muscular movement and integrity as we get older. There's no reason, if you're of sound mind and emotionally stable and you have the physicality to do movement, there is no reason why you need to age per se and get old and decrepit. You can, it's just harder to stay younger as you get older. That's it in a nutshell. Aging is something that it's a concept. There's so many variables associated with it. It's complex in the sense that as you get older, you need to work harder at staying younger. And it doesn't have to be for a long period of time, whether it's every second day or every day, that you do need to do it multiple times during the week, where you do, whether it's weight bearing per se exercises or movements, strong movements that are incorporated into systems like the yogic forms of movement and asanas, which literally means seat. So people call them postures. Asanas, A-S-A-N-A, with an S if it's plural, that they can keep your muscular integrity up. However, you've got to do regular systematic regimes. And I recommend going to a yoga teacher or researching more and practicing. So muscles, really important for body health. Remember, in the Be Aware model, the body is the foundation. It is the bricks and mortar that holds and encapsulates our mind. If we don't have a body, the mind as it is within us doesn't exist. And it's the same with the emotions. It doesn't exist. And therefore, we don't experience as a physicality, as a human being, we don't experience the spirit within. And remember, in all the other videos, if not some, I emphasize the model doesn't need to talk or discuss about spirit, because spirit already exists. So in this awareness model, in this holistic model, it's body, mind, and emotions. So with body and the letter M, it's really important to get your strength, and we need strength. When you feel strong, your mind ends up, or your thoughts end up becoming more prone to thinking more positive rather than negative. When you feel weak, when you feel suppressed, which is quite an easy thing to feel in this 2020 period, because 21 period, because there's a lot happening out there that are trying to suppress and hold us in. However, muscles are a start for our physicality, so get into actions where you are, whether it's an hour every 3 days or half an hour. My suggestion, if you want to know what I do, I ride an exercise bike on a regular basis during the week. Go for a ride if you want to go for a ride on a bike, but doing something where there's continuous movement, getting the cardiovascular up, as well as doing lengthening and stretching, so encouraging the joints which move and put into position our muscles, so and our skeletal system. So they're all quite combined. Having said that, the whole body's combined, so there's no segmentation or specific association with one area, because we end up looking after the whole, which is why it's holistic. It's awesome. So muscles for body. When it comes to mind health, you've got the letter M. Now, I did speak about the mind quite in depth last one, which was the L. So I'll say a little bit now. I've got my own definition of mind. For me, mind, as opposed to the mind, brain, and behavior, which I'm studying in psychology, because I'm studying our psychology, so I have another area of academic assessments to utilize in my holistic healthcare practice. So with mind, for me, mind is merely the field, the boundary, the encapsulation, whatever you want to perceive, to hold that which is within. And so in this case with mind, it's the movement or stillness of thought. That's simple. I do elaborate, and I'm elaborating in a book I'm still writing, which is taking a while. However, mother of 4, long history of working, so, things take time, and that's okay. So when it eventually gets out, hopefully in a year or so, you can read more of the elaboration, or I'll elaborate in the video. However, mind itself is merely the container that holds your movement and stillness of thought. So again, to elaborate on what I said in the last video, the thoughts that we contain within mind, which are beyond the field of our physicality, I might add, because I do elaborate even greater depth on the appearance, the visualization, having practiced studying mind for 47 years as a yogini. I was 10 when my blessed mother took me to yoga classes. So I've been able to really delve into the depths of studying the thoughts, the process, and I'm still doing it. It's a life's journey. So being able to understand that there are spaces between each thought that we think. If you've got many happening at the same time, you can't. It's not, when you think about it, you're only at that particular nanogram or that particular tiny time, you are only thinking of one thing. There might be so many that come in. However, between each one, there is a space. So this is where the practice of stillness and the practice of silence helps you to consciously be aware. Hence, another reason why I called my model Be Aware. Consciously be aware of that space between each thought. And as you sit in that space, you enable that space that's within you, which is more vast than the universe we bathe in. You are able to encapsulate or consciously feel that energy. It's very, 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 very powerful. It'll encourage your thoughts to slow down. So people that have got dysfunction in their thinking to a point of disease, yes, medication and whatever you need, whatever your professional healthcare worker prescribes for you. Obviously, I'm not telling anyone to stop any of that. It's just that for you also, you can do your own strengthening, your own brain muscle activity, even though brain's not a muscle, but it's still an area of the body that needs to be strengthened when it comes to the letter M, as in healthcare, and mind in specific here. Specificity, always have trouble with that word. So yes, so learn, practice, understand, and study. Research your own thoughts in a safe place, even if it's for 10 seconds, like now, where you're looking at me and letting go of the talk, the head talk, and just understanding that between each thought, there is a space. And you build on that awareness. You practice it. As you do physical practice with strengthening muscles, letter M. Muscles for the body, we strengthen the capacity for peace of mind. Something people need to develop more now in this time, more than ever. 2021, we're going to have 2022 as an awesome year because people are becoming more aware, and those that aren't, they are in fear. So, still the mind. Easy to say, just start simple. Be conscious of the space between each thought. And develop it, practice it, because it's all about practice. We have a life. We're born, we die. End of story. However, in that story, and everyone's got their own story, whatever you're doing, you have got a gift that the world deserves to hear about. So, enjoy your existence as it is. So, body awareness, building the strength. Mind awareness, building the mind. Body awareness, muscles, mind, mental clarity. And now the emotions. How you are feeling. How you are feeling now. One of my purposes I feel is to inspire. And yes, I know, I've met people, they're over me. That's okay. I move on. Because your light is worth shining. And if those aren't around that want to feel it and see it and experience it, that's okay. So you move on. It's like a torch. We're all torches. We're all lanterns. And we have whole lots of different lanterns with different colors. So how you feel is very important. So the M word for feeling is motivation. Motivation is the key to success with commitment. If you want to commit to something, you have to keep your motivation. Motivation is the thoughts that drive and desire you to be and do what you want to do. That's just reeling it off. There's many factors about motivation. You know, what we're doing in life, things will encourage us to be more motivated. If our neurons, our nerve cells are working better, if you're eating the more of crap food, you won't get motivated because it'll be cellularly affecting your body. And then that which is contained within cells, our thoughts and our processes and beyond, will feel less like doing stuff. So look after yourself more. To be motivated, emotionally motivated, feeling it, feeling that drive. You've got to look after the foundation of the body. You've got to look after and be discerning about what you're thinking. Let go of the destructive thoughts. Wearing something that's going to let something through, which it will if it's made of cloth, is not a logical process. So you question, you ask people why. Anyway, without ranting anymore. So it's body, minds, and emotional care with the letter M for strengthening your muscles, clearing and having clarity within mind, and practicing and emotionally being motivated about how you feel, knowing that there's a calmness and a strength within every single moment. So utilize the awareness for all of these. And above all, thanks for watching, and namaste, and above all, love always. Thank you.